Hey, what's up and welcome. This is Matthew Msingati, the designer and developer from South Africa. This is a very unique and interesting video. In this video, I am going to talk about this website, specifically what doesn't work for me in this website. Without wasting time, let's just jump straight into it. I was searching on Google. I was looking for inspiration for a food delivery app. It happened that this website has got a high search ranking. So I got into it, and when I got here, there were some things that I didn't really approve as a designer and a developer, and even from the eye of a brand strategist, I really didn't approve. So let's just take a look at this website, obviously not in details, but just to have an idea of how the whole website looks like and what's going on here. Okay, so as you can see, the first thing that I really didn't understand about this website, as I was looking for a food app, okay, I was hoping to see something like Uber Eats or anything that relates to a restaurant or something like that. I was just looking for any website or application, okay, just for inspiration. But I got this website. As you can see, there's a lot of things going wrong with the website, and please guys, remember, this is a personal opinion, or this is my own opinion. It doesn't mean that I am right, but this is what I think as a designer. So in trying to get what's wrong with this website, let's start with the design of it. Okay, number one, as you can see, I would like to assume this is the identity, or this is what we are about, and this is navigation. As you can see guys, to me it feels like everything has been squashed together. Okay, it looks like the designer was the designer wanted everything to be some sort of centered. Okay, this logo could have been pushed to the far left, and this login could have been pushed to the far right, so that we can have some space in between here. Okay, note that also you can see that these words are being pushed like one beneath the other, and I really don't know why, because we've got much space this side and we've got much space this side. My apologies about that. So the other thing that is wrong about this design, let's look at consistency. Okay, let's look at consistency. Okay, it looks like in terms of the capitalization of these menus, it's consistent on small cases. Okay, as you can see, everything here, it's small cases, but I really don't get it, the idea of using small cases, okay, here in, what can I say, in naming these items, these list items. Okay, I really don't understand. It's fine here on login and join, as you can see, but here I don't understand why these were started with small caps. As you can see, there is something funny for me, more especially when these items are some sort of packed or stacked on top of each other. Okay, so that was basically some design thoughts. Okay, things that I think I would have done differently. Okay, I would have moved this to the far left and moved these to login and join to the far right, so that I can have more space here, and I was going to capitalize all of these. Okay, let's just click here and see. Okay, the other thing that I really don't like, I don't like this outline. Okay, I feel like it's too much, it's too big, it's in your face. Okay, it's too much. Okay, it's shouting. Okay, and then the other thing that I think that doesn't work for me, okay, the other thing that doesn't work for me, it's these arrows. Okay, there's a lot of animation, okay, going on here. Okay, if you look at this arrow, when you click here, as you can see, it animates. Okay, which is fine for this one. Okay, but when you get into it, there is some sort of a repetition. As you can see, this animates. Okay, In design, if you keep things as minimal or as with little effect, like unnoticeable effect, that achieves a lot. Okay, let me just type something before I say things out of context. I heard about something about the law of diminishing returns. Okay, the law of diminishing returns. I just want to make sure that I am quoting the right thing, but there is something that I want to say about the law of diminishing return, a principle stating that profits or benefits gained from something will represent a portion smaller, a will represent a proportionally smaller gains as more money. Okay, this is not what I want. Okay, the law of diminishing return definition and example. Let's just quickly check here, guys. Okay, this is economics. I don't want the economics version of it. The law of diminishing return is an economic principle stating that as investment in a particular area increases, the rate of profit from that investment after a certain point of time cannot continue. Okay, let's see. Okay, diminishing return, the law of diminishing return interest. Okay, fine, enough about that, guys. Okay, what I wanted to explain is, if you tell us a joke for the first time, okay, we get it, we laugh, it's like fresh and it's new, it makes us laugh. Okay, the more you repeat it, okay, the effect diminishes. Like it doesn't fulfill the same thing, or it doesn't affect us as much as like the first time. Okay, so looking at this, how does this principle applies here? Okay, there is too much use of this animation, and now it's starting to take away instead of adding. Okay, there is a principle in design that says less is more. Okay, in design sometimes it's not what you add, but it's what you take away. Okay, meaning that in design, as you get into it and become professional in it, there is a point whereby taking out actually means adding. Okay, there are some certain things that you need to take out so that you can amplify other things, so that it can be more of something else. For instance, the more you take out clutter, the more your design becomes professional, the more your design becomes a specific, the more it gets a tone, the more it says something to someone. Okay, as you can see, by taking away some other things, you have amplified some other things. So the use of this spinning arrow and animation, it has been used too much, such that any action here in this menu item, it's spinning. As a result, that affects it's too much. It's more like it's a bit childish in a way. Okay, animations are supposed to be subtle, are supposed to be small. Okay, are supposed to be unnoticeable. Okay, in a way they are supposed to have a psychological effect, or let's say a subconscious effect. Okay, a visual effect that doesn't really affects you. It's not in your face, but it contributes to the overall design experience. As you can see, guys, here, whenever you move, you've got an animation. Whenever you move, you've got an animation. Whenever you move, we've got an animation. And for me, to be honest, the more you use this animation, the more its own impact you are some sort of, it diminishes. Okay, you are taking away. Okay, obviously, let's quickly jump to what is working. Okay, before we continue about the things that are not working. What captured me about this website, why I stayed longer in this website. Remember, I was not intentionally looking for it, but for some reason I got into it such that I decided to create a video. The colors, okay, the colors are spot on. This is a great color palette. Okay, believe me, it's the great color palette. This combination of colors, it works. So I think this combination of colors has saved the web design from being what can I say, a complete disaster or a complete no for me. Okay, the colors are spot on. And also I would like to think the way the designer has used the colors, at least these colors has been used decently. Okay, it's fresh, it's professional, it's not too loud, it's not too bright, it's just somewhere in between. Okay, so in terms of the colors are 100%. Okay, so now guys, let's continue. So we are done with the top part here. Okay, while we are in the top part, let me try to talk into all of these aspects, okay, that makes this website. Okay, another part of me is going to come from a branding perspective. Okay, since this is Unilever, and also Unilever, it's from an industry that I once worked at as a brand strategist, which is the FMCG industry, fast moving consumer goods. Okay, so also I would like to comment on that. This means that in this video you are not only going to get some nuggets on designing, but you are going to get the nuggets on the overall package. Okay, in terms of what are the decisions that influences the design and branding in general. Okay, so let's talk about branding a little bit. Okay, looking at this top navigation, it means nothing. It doesn't communicate a certain message. The whole entire website doesn't make a promise that it must fulfill. Okay, it's beautiful, obviously it's well structured, at least the layout, it's good, it's on point, but this website doesn't make a promise. Okay, this is what I'm trying to say in simple terms or in simple English. Okay, this design or this website doesn't target someone. Okay, it's not trying to solve a pain point, it's not speaking to a certain person who has got a certain need. Okay, why am I saying so? Let's start with what is this website for? What's for dinner? Okay, let's start with the fact that that's a question. Okay, so having a question as an identity, to me, that alone, it's a branding disaster. Okay, it's a branding disaster. Maybe one might ask, Matthew, if you're saying a question, it's a branding disaster, what about WhatsApp? Okay, WhatsApp is not WhatsApp as in asking a question, it's WhatsApp. Okay, meaning that it's an application. Okay, so as you can see there, it's not a question. So in terms of branding, okay, and what can I say, branding and brand communication, okay, something is wrong with this identity. Okay, it's a question, what's for dinner? Okay, let's say the guys were creative enough to come up with what's for dinner. Okay, let's look at how they represented that. Okay, it's what's for dinner as is. Okay, it doesn't have a visual identity. Okay, it's just a plain text. I can say it's just a plain text, it's just a typeface, it's just a font family, and that's it. For me, this is a problem. Okay, why these problems occurs in sometimes and in many cases. Number one, when you are getting into a project that you didn't really think it through. Okay, maybe why these guys as big companies might not think projects through. The FMCG industry, it's a bit of a tricky industry, if I can be honest. Most companies in the FMCG, they grow in the industry. For instance, Unilever might start as a small company and they might own a lot of products. As time goes by, they just realize that they are becoming bigger, okay, and bigger, and now the name Unilever, maybe it started as one of the brands, okay, of the company. Let's say I've got a very, what can I say, I come up with a flying bicycle, okay, and I call this flying bicycle. Okay, Now, as Flying Bicycle grows to be as a brand, it's starting to have some sub brands or some sub items. Okay, let's say I'm having like a flying car. Let's say now Flying Bicycle doesn't make sense as an umbrella of these brands. So now I need to come up with a new company name that will assume the role of owning Flying Bicycle and its own corresponding sub brand. So this is something that is common in the FMCG community. Okay, to find out that the company now needs to just quickly come up with a, what can I say, with an umbrella company. Okay, so getting back to the point. Okay, this website feels like, okay, its own intention was for something else, and for some reason people have made some quick decisions about it. Okay, they quickly change the idea very, very close to the implementation phase. As a result, now this website, this brand is confusing. You don't know what is it for. Okay, so to me it's confusing. This doesn't communicate a message and it doesn't have an identity. Okay, let's just look, for instance, and see, discover our latest creations. Okay, at this point in time I've seen Unilever as a house of brand. Okay, but I don't know what are these. I can see that maybe these are recipes, but I don't know how Unilever and a lot of recipes, like, what can I say, relate. Okay, I really don't know. Maybe they are trying to push Unilever's items or Unilever's products. I really don't know. Okay, so I've got that branding problem. Okay, let's talk also about another part of branding. Okay, which is brand messaging. Okay, what is this trying to, for instance, number one, do we have something like a tagline here? Let's just read. Okay, welcome to What's for Dinner. Discover our latest creation. Let's keep on checking. Learn more about our favorite recipes. As you can see, guys, we don't have a tagline. A tagline, it's not just a fancy line for the sake of, what can I say, maybe a summary of a vision and mission statement, and it's not that. Okay, a tagline also can help with brand messaging. Okay, to help the brand to communicate the message across. Okay, like for instance, if maybe we might have What's for Dinner. Okay, maybe we have a tagline that go along the lines of dinner at your doorstep, then we might have an idea, we might have a clear communication, a clear message, okay, of what is this website about. But this website doesn't have some sort of a slogan. Then I think it goes back to, maybe it, because of this idea was heading to a different direction. Maybe there was a problem with changing the creatives, changing brand strategies or the management. As a result, now somebody else took on the project who didn't really have an idea of what's going on here. Okay, maybe that is also one of the possibilities, but there is no one unique message. Let's go back to the design aspect of it. Okay, let's look at this search box. Okay, the search box, there are some things that it's clean, it's straight to the point, but there are some things that really don't work for me. Okay, more especially in terms of the design. Okay, I don't think there is enough breathing space, which is padding around this. As you can see, okay, this is too close. Okay, what else, this is too big for me. Okay, the what do we call this, a placeholder. Okay, this placeholder, the text is too big, but at least in terms of this search input, these mistakes are minor mistakes. Maybe somebody else might feel like, no man, this thing works for me, it works for me. Okay, meaning that it's forgivable. Okay, it's one of those designer specific, what can I say, requirements or version of aesthetic. Okay, this one is forgivable. Okay, what's for welcome to What's for Dinner. At the moment I don't know What's for Dinner is. I don't think I even know What's for Dinner. Okay, let alone knowing What's for Dinner is, but I don't know What's for Dinner. Okay, maybe it's because It's not at dinner time now, it's almost like in the evening. Okay, let's continue, guys. Enough about that. So let's look at the product card. Okay, let's look at the product card. We've got a favorite. Okay, we've got the favorite there. As you can see, we've got a card with a big image, which is 100% well done. Okay, and then we've got some description here, and we've got the rating. Okay, so for me, this means I can some sort of put this or like it. Okay, put it to favorite or something. That means this is, I can click this. Okay, and then even this star, it looks like for me I can click this star. Okay, it looks like that to me, but let's just check this card. What is it for? Okay, maybe it's for a recipe. Okay, let's just click there and see. Okay, yeah, as you can see, this is potato salad. Here is the picture, and for person, here is more information about it. Now that we are here, I'm starting to get a sense of this is more like a list of recipes. Okay, what's for dinner? Okay, meaning that these some sort of recipes for people who want to cook like maybe delicious meals, and then I will give you this website will supply you with a list of how to cook this. Okay, I think it's something like that. Okay, that's what I think. Now let's look at the user experience. Okay, as you can see, guys, when I'm hovering over here, this HUD, obviously it changes. Okay, it changes. And does it change as soon as I get into this circle, or it changes at a certain area? When, as you can see, guys, it doesn't change immediately on the circle. Okay, obviously those are minor things. I don't really mind much about that, because when you are moving from here to here, you don't really move like me. Like, you don't do this very slow, and then it doesn't make sense. So this is still fine. But let's look at this one. Okay, this one, it responds because you can see that the color changes. But now when you look at this one doesn't do that, which is a problem. Okay, meaning that your visual communication style, you have chosen some design elements which are some sort of which are making it difficult for you to continue with this certain way of communicating things. Okay, this is a closed shape, but this is not a closed shape. So my question is, why didn't you choose some other method, maybe even scaling things up and scaling things down, so that when I hover here, this can be smaller? That would have solved the problem. Okay, because this indicates that this is clickable. That means you can click something. That's why this color changes. But now when I'm here, this color doesn't change. What does it mean to me when the color doesn't change? To be honest, to me, a part of it means it's not clickable. It's not something that you have to click, because it doesn't tell you you have to click it. Okay, so let's click and see if something will happen. As you can see, guys, when I'm clicking, it's some sort of asking me to share. So it means that this is a button. Okay, when you click here, something will happen, but this button doesn't indicate just like this one, which is this is not consistent. Number one, like this and this is not consistent, and number two, not only this is not consistent, this button doesn't indicate to me that it's a button, which is the visual communication there, it's lacking. Okay, I don't know if this is a button. I cannot tell beforehand if this will trigger an event. Okay, which is a problem for me. And then again, we are back here on this printer. Okay, it's achieving the same thing. Let's check here, and this one is achieving the same thing. So this works, and this one doesn't indicate. So this is what might have failed here. Okay, some other projects, if I can be honest, more especially in the development environment, I think in the design industry, at least we can manage things. Okay, as much as we have some projects which are very quick, but I would like to think that designers are more careful. Okay, the designers are more careful about their work, about the finished product. Okay, I would like to believe designers are those guys who at least still care about their own craft. I would like to say, when you get into the development has got some funny, not necessarily funny to be honest, but in development there are some certain way of doing things that promotes quick and unfinished and unprofessional work. Okay, in development we've got things like agile project. Okay, I was once plugged into a project which was so-called deemed agile project, whereby we have skipped a lot of design stages, which affected me as a developer in the end, because the CTO came and then I was told that I need to design an interface like this one. I was just given a rough sketch from the internet, and I was told that this is an agile project, meaning that we have to keep it going and keep it flowing, even though it was flowing down to the drain. I don't think the CTO really was clued up about that. Okay, so in development there's a lot of things happening. Okay, we are in a rush to finish, maybe because the client is waiting or the users of the application, they are waiting. So what might have gone wrong here is this website was executed, or it was implemented, but not from a design system or an actual design. Maybe the developer was just looking at a very simple mock-up or wireframe, and a lot of control was given to the developer than the designer, whereas it was supposed the design control was deferred, or the design responsibility was deferred to the developer. Remember, a developer is not a designer, hence you see things like this. Okay, now let's just continue here and see. So I would like to assume this is what you do at this, and that's it. Okay, let's see, what does this convert to? Okay, so these are the measurements. Okay, I like the idea of the measurement conversion. Okay, it's something that I never thought of. Ingredients. Okay, click here to change the serving size. Let's see, serving size, number of persons. Okay, so mean that if you are going to serve a lot of people, this is how you do it, and then if you're going to serve less, this is how you do it. Okay, this works. Okay, it works, the icon, but this icon, it's synonymous with users log in and logging out, but nevertheless it's forgivable. Okay, I like the idea. This is interesting. Okay, well done to the guys who were designing this, or the experience. Okay, it's interesting to know that this will change according to the number of people that you are cooking for. Okay, it's interesting, and the way it has been executed here, it's on top of the range. Okay, now let's go back to here. Okay, the welcoming page, it works fine for me in terms of the design. Okay, it works fine in terms of like the overall design. Okay, as you can see, it has got some big welcoming text there. Welcome to what's for dinner. Okay, welcome to what's for dinner, discover our latest creation. Okay, what else? In terms of these brands, okay, obviously maybe this has been made from this and this one, from the Norox tube, and also as you can see, these I would like to assume these are Unilever's products. Okay, so now that at least I am, let's say I'm 10-20% in this whole website, I'm starting to get an idea of maybe Unilever wanted to promote their products, okay, as a house of brand. So they decided to come up with this thing, okay, that at the moment I don't know what is it, but this website supplies you with recipes that when you want to create that meal, maybe I'm assuming you can order directly from them, or you can go to a nearest retail store and buy their own product. That might be the idea. Okay, then again, if that is the idea, okay, this is one of the challenges that comes with big companies. Okay, big companies, they are so big such that I don't think they've got enough attention. They pay much attention to other ideas. Okay, I don't think they do that. Sometimes they are too big even for themselves, I can say, because some companies, they do get out of business because of neglecting like small things. One of the companies that I can mention, I think it's Kodak. Okay, I think Kodak, the fall down of Kodak is that they were stuck into old cameras, whereas digital cameras were emerging and they could have capitalized on that. And it make it worse when it is said that the digital camera, they were the first people to, I think, to create a digital camera, but they didn't embrace that idea, which is they were too big for the upcoming or for the next generation or revolution or industrial revolution, or like not necessarily industrial, but for the next generation technology. Okay, something like that. So sometimes these companies are too big for themselves, so they don't really take care of, I don't know, minor thing. So maybe to them this was just I'm not sure what is it, because this doesn't have an identity. Okay, enough about that. Let's continue, guys. So let me go back. Okay, as you can see, I like this banner. Something is not working here. As you can see, this button was hidden. Okay, because there is no contrast between the background and the foreground. Okay, so you might miss this button, but let's learn more anyway. Okay, let's learn more anyway. Now it's taking us towards Fordina, to the Robertson. Okay, Spice. Okay, I like this page. Okay, this page, it's what can I say, it's intentional. Okay, as you can see, this page is present. Okay, this page is present. It's got about us, got an article, videos, all the information is here. I wish I cannot forget, I need to talk about the information architecture after this. Okay, as you can see, guys, which brand is it? This is the Robertson brand. Okay, what's the tagline? The Spice People, as you can see, famous for flavor winner. Okay, famous for flavor winners. I really don't know what might be the meaning of that, but there are some people who are wearing in a certain way, which the way they are wearing, I would like to believe this is a chef uniform. Okay, as you can see, guys, there is smiles, there is dishes, that is communicating a certain message. Okay, so everything that has been done here is cohesive. Like, what can I say, it's coherent. It gravitates towards something. Okay, I like this page more than the landing page of this what's for dinner. Okay, maybe if we can think about branding, what are the reasons why this page, for some reason, it works? Simply because this page is being led by an identity. Okay, this is an identity and it has to communicate something to someone because it's a product. Okay, it's targeting specific people. Okay, it has got some certain complementing imagery, meaning that these images, they complement the brand. Okay, so I hope you get the idea. Okay, so meet our winners. Oh, okay, these are the winners. Okay, makes sense. Okay, so to me, this page is more intentional than this one. Let's go back. I said I must remind myself to talk about information architecture. Okay, let's just quickly go to that page a bit so that I can compare it with this one. Okay, I can compare it with this one. Let's go back here. Okay, let's see what we see here. Number one, the first thing on top is the identity. Okay, you can ignore this one because this is some sort of this nav bar or this top bar, top section. It's available on all pages. This is the first thing that I see is the identity. Okay, and then we've got a very big message here. Okay, famous for flavor winners. Okay, as you can see, these are flavor winners. Okay, there's something right or something that is working about this page information architecture. Okay, so what is information architecture? When we talk of an application, a website, or maybe a mobile app, okay, the way you present information matters. Okay, if you don't take care of your information architecture, you might distort the meaning, as we are discussing now, that this landing page doesn't communicate anything. I would like to believe the information architecture there, it's wrong. So let's see what works in this page. Okay, these are the flavor winners, as you can see, and that has been written big and bold here. But whatever that has been written here, you don't mistaken it with a slogan. It's not a slogan. You know that it's some sort of a supplementing info. It's some sort of, what can I say, it described what's going on the right, and what is going on the right, it's some sort of complement or pushes the message on the right. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Okay, so let's go back. This is the logo. I like it. You can see it's visible. Okay, and then you can see this is the information that tells you what's going on here in the banner. And if you look at it, we've got about us, we've got article, we've got videos, we've got product, we've got your Roberts, okay, you and Robertson, okay, famous for flavor. Okay, so the way this information has been recognized, number one, there is hierarchy. Okay, what is important? It's the brand. And the next thing, let me call this a competition. The next thing, it's this competition, and these are the winners. Okay, when you look at the winners, you can see that maybe they were competing about cooking. Guys, this has been intentional. As you can see, this tells a story. Okay, and it tells a cohesive story. Okay, we've got your fork and knife here. That's part of telling the story. And as you can see, the overall, not necessarily theme, but there is some sort of black and white here that has been used properly and perfectly. Okay, I can see the design part of it, but information architecture also, this information has been architectured in such a way that it's easy for me to consume it. Okay, like I don't struggle. There are no missing pieces. Okay, this is a cohesive story. Okay, as you can see, guys, we've got about us, about article, and whatever. Now let's look at this one, let alone that it's cluttered, but let's maybe press here. This is a problem. We've got more than 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. It's too much items. Okay, meaning that this information has not been well architectured. Okay, here on this page, this information has been taken and it has been given order. Things which takes high priority have been put on top, as you can see, and then some of the items, okay, or the sub items have been spread across this banner, as you can see, guys. But here we've got a list of things. Okay, if you go that list of things, we've got another list of things. Okay, we've got another list of things. Okay, we've got a list of things. Okay, meaning that there is too much information here. Okay, and that information has not been well architectured in such a way that, what can I say, it's being broken into small consumable chunks. Okay, this is a lot for me. Maybe for somebody who's into cooking, that's not much of a problem, but to me, this is too much. Okay, let's look at other ones. As you can see, a couple of, okay, my apologies about that, I didn't mean to click that. Okay, so there's a problem also with information architecture, which is this page. has been well architectured. As you can see, this is about us. Okay, you can see the about us here. It talks about the spice people. Okay, how our food ethos, as you can see, guys. Okay, not sure about this. Now let's go to what's for dinner. Do we see about us here? Okay, our brands. Let's see. I'm not sure whose brands. Maybe this is what's for dinner's brands. Okay, not sure. Okay, so we don't see about us here. Let's just scroll down. Maybe we can see it here. Okay, let's see about us. Here is about us. Okay, let's click here and see. Welcome to what's for dinner. From preparing to shopping to cooking. From preparing to shopping to cooking. Okay, look, I'm not the best person to try to check if this is the proper English. At least I'm not the best person. I disqualify myself on that. Okay, let's try again. From preparing to shopping to cooking. Okay, we take the hustle out of dinner time. Okay, we take the hustle out of dinner time. Okay, I really don't understand what they do. Okay, maybe they supply you with recipes, or maybe they might make the recipes for you or cook for you. I don't know. Let's continue. Here on what's for dinner, you will find, as you can see, guys, I'm struggling. Okay, I'm trying to work around my eyes. I'm squinting because I can't read. Okay, it's not readable. It's a problem. Okay, but let's continue. Here on what's for dinner, you will find simple recipes and convenient mealtime solution to help you bring the joy back to to dinner time. My apologies for laughing, but I will tell you what I'm laughing. From health dinners, waste-free meals, planners and whatever. Okay, and even better, you can now get everything you need to cook up your delicious what's for dinner recipes delivered straight to your doorstep. Okay, let's just take that delivered straight to your doorstep. Why that didn't make it to this page? Okay, I think that is important. If I'm getting here and I'm seeing recipes, I think we're supposed to see some sort of a motorcycle icon here that gives us an idea of a delivery, okay, or something like that, but it didn't happen that way. Okay, what I was laughing is there's a difference between speaking and communicating. Okay, if this was a person, I was going to say this person is speaking, but I am not sure if this person is communicating. Whatever that is being said here, it's poor brand communication, because you don't really get into the point. Even when you get to the point, your point is not clear, because you are telling me I can get these delivered to my door. Okay, the what maybe delivered to let's check. Need to cook a delicious meal or so. What's for dinner? Recipes delivered straight to your door, so I can get the recipes delivered straight to my door. That's kind of a supplementary feature, but what is what's for dinner? Because I thought here on about us I was going to see that, but I don't see it. We've also expanded our site to include more delicious recipes from more of your favorite brands and products. Okay, as you can see, guys, I don't know who they are. Okay, what is this brand for? Okay, so let's continue, guys. Okay, so as you can see, the problems that I'm starting to see here, it's the branding. Okay, I'm not going to get into marketing, because to be honest, I'm not a marketing specialist. Okay, I know a thing or two about marketing, but I would like to think I can say a thing or two about branding and design, okay, not marketing. Okay, now let's scroll up. So as you can see, guys, we don't know who these guys are. They've got the brand and okay, let's just go back again. Okay, let's scroll up. We can see the recipes. Okay, everything works well. Let's go down. Okay, this color doesn't belong here. I don't know, the pinkish color to me, or maybe it follows these meals, I'm not sure, but to me it doesn't work. Okay, these guys have got an app. Okay, let's just click here and see. That means I'm signing in. Okay, this is too much. This is too long. I don't know, this is too long. Okay, and even the gap is too much. Okay, let's see what else. But overall I like the colors. So I think, guys, that is all for now. Okay, so let's just wrap up and summarize. Okay, as a designer, you need to know something about branding. Okay, if you can get into branding and understand what it is, that will be better. Okay, branding, in simple terms, branding, it's making a promise and fulfilling that promise. Okay, this website doesn't make any promise, but it makes a promise about promising. I hope you can get the idea. It promises to promise, but it doesn't promise. When you look at the colors and the way it's been designed and the pictures, they are promising. But when you are looking at what is going on, you don't really get it. Okay, it's like it keeps you on the loop of it's professional, it's well created with beautiful color patterns, but what are you trying to say as a brand? You don't get it. Okay, so hence I'm saying it's not making a promise, okay, and trying to fulfill it. It's making a promise about promising or promising to promise, but it really doesn't deliver. So as a designer, you need to know a thing or two about branding, so that if maybe this could land into your hands, you can work on the brand, or not necessarily to work on the brand, but you can craft a design that amplifies the brand. I would like to believe that is the best definition of what a designer does. The reason why there is a designer, you are amplifying the brand. Okay, when I'm wearing your clothes, at some point I must, what can I say, I must be perceived differently than when I'm not wearing them. Whether, obviously, when I'm wearing somebody's clothes, it means that I'm talking about design in the context of fashion design. But design, it's here to enhance and amplify whatever that is. Okay, the important thing or the major thing. Okay, so let's continue, guys. So the branding, this means nothing to no one. Okay, well, maybe a certain group of people who like to cook, but that's not enough. Okay, we can go deeper with that. Okay, what else? Let's see, this is Unilever. Let's just quickly maybe visit Unilever. But well, it, if maybe you didn't like the previous website, this is worse. Okay, when I got here, I was like, no, man, I don't believe if this is Unilever. Okay, I really don't believe, because the design, man, the design. Okay, so what can we learn from this? If you are an upcoming designer, you are starting to feel maybe, what can I say, you are discouraged because you are trying to learn FIGMA and you don't know how to do it, you are struggling. Websites such as these or things like these are supposed to be one of the things that motivate you. Okay, that you are needed as a designer. Why? Because a big company like Unilever, they can have a website like this one. Okay, the colors, spot on. Okay, interesting, right? And now let's come here. The colors, it's a mix of colors. Okay, it's like, I'm not sure, it's blue and it's white, and you can see the design is not, it's not on point, guys. Okay, maybe one might say, no Matthew, you are too much for Unilever. Let's get to their competitor, or at least a company that is in the same category, which is Procter and Gamble. Okay, let's check P&G's website, Procter and Gamble, which is also another house of brand. Let's see if is it the same as what we've seen on Unilever, guys. As you can see, guys, when you get here, this is trying to communicate a certain message. Okay, this communicate a certain message. We're not going to get into details here, but as you can see, guys, this is clean. Okay, as you can see, not too much. The list is not too much. Here is the logo, Procter and Gamble. Okay, our story, who we are, it's right on like the top page. Let's go check here who they are, or at least what they say they are. Okay, okay, it's taking some time, not a problem. As you can see, guys, okay, this is awesome. Okay, clear definition of what are, okay, what we do. As you can see, there are some videos. Okay, this is what I was expecting from, what can I say, this is what I was expecting from Unilever, but I didn't get it. Let's just go back and see. Let's scroll up a little bit. Okay, this is the welcoming page. Okay, let's scroll up and see what else is there. Product that make life a little easier. As you can see, guys, the intention, okay, the intent is there. Okay, interesting. Enough about this, guys. But compared to this, okay, unilever.com, really, guys, you can see that it looks like there is no CSS styling here. It looks like this has not been designed before. Okay, so let's go back to what I was saying. Website like these, they are telling us as the underdogs that we still have a chance. We are needed, okay, in the world, or by the world, because big companies are missing the point. So us, we must go to them and propose that, guys, I can work on revamping your website. Maybe this is something I think it can be an idea for a video, and from a video to implementation, okay, to try to revamp this web page for video, for the YouTube course, or for the YouTube community, and teaching other people. And at the same time, after that, I can send a link to Unilever and tell them that this is what I came up with, including this. Okay, I don't understand this. So now, in closing, maybe if I could be given a task to work on this, what would I do? Okay, number one, I will work on this identity. Okay, I would give this what's for dinner an identity. Okay, meaning that maybe it can be some sort of a website, okay, or a brand that provides like top of the range recipes, okay, like nice recipes, okay, if there is such, because I'm not a kitchen person, okay, that specializes on supplying people with recipes. Okay, meaning that if that's the case, okay, it's going to have its own identity. I don't think what's for dinner might be the right identity. And also, it's, to me, I was going to put also a certain logo there, okay, so that this can have a place to stay in the consumer's mind. Okay, I think this revolves around, I don't think it's a market share, okay, brand positioning. Okay, this doesn't sit anywhere else in my mind. I can go through this website up and down, up and down. When I'm done, maybe tomorrow, I won't have a clue. I won't even recall this. Okay, the only thing that I might recall is the beautiful colors, and that's it. But there's nothing that pops into my mind when it comes to somebody mention about recipes. This won't come. But if you are thinking about Nike, something comes up. If you are thinking about Barack Obama, something comes into your mind. If you're thinking about Trevor Noah, something comes up in your mind. If you're thinking about Muhammad Ali, something comes up into your mind. These are brands, okay? So this doesn't communicate anything. So I could work on this identity and give it a more specific identity that says something to someone. The next thing I will fix is brand messaging and brand communication. This brand has not been communicated very well. As you can see, there is no slogan, okay? In terms of the design, obviously I will work on this, and then I will work on the information architecture. This is too much information, okay? This is too much information and it has not been well architectured, okay? There is a better way of presenting this information. And then I will work on who we are. The about us page doesn't really tell much about them, okay? It doesn't, okay? And also this is too small, okay? This is too small. I can't really read it, okay? Guys, I am Matthew Msengati, the designer and developer. I think I have managed to unpack everything that I wanted to unpack, everything that I wanted to discuss. I hope you have learned a lot of things from this video. I like the fact that it has been raw, okay? It has been some sort of unstructured. I like that, okay? Because I wanted to just say a lot of things about what can be done better here. On the other hand, or simultaneously helping you to get a sense of what decisions am I supposed to make as a designer. Okay, I'm Matthew Msengati, the designer and developer from South Africa. If you might want to learn more about coding, okay, if you might want to learn more about coding, I've got a channel coded design where I teach people how to code, how to take Figma prototypes and create like real life mobile applications using React Native. As you can see, guys, this is what I have. If you've got time, just come here to this channel and help by subscribing. Okay, and also don't forget to subscribe to Coded UI. I'm Matthew Msengati, the designer and developer from South Africa, the hybrid, the greatest, the best of both worlds, aka the zebra, because I've earned my scribe. See you on the next one.